Hi, this is Ashley, and this right here is my eating possum. He's very big. Yes, he is. Yeah. Yes, you are. Go ahead and eat, baby. I'm not more than you, booty. Yes, you are. It's your booty. This is a possum that I had found, one of them. He's trying to get down now. He's going to climb off probably the chair if he can manage. Anyway, oh, don't fall, baby. He is, I've had him 4 or 5 months. Come on, baby. Okay. And you're like, no. Come here. Yeah, come here. Yeah, come here. I got my knuckles. See? I got my knuckles. Oh, be careful, don't fall. They're skittish, but not bad skittish. They're good worried. They like to clean themselves. Possum is different than a coon in a lot of ways. Possum's less likely to catch rabies, and I feel they're more cleaner and they're not so mean. Yes, they do hiss, but a possum is less likely to bite you. Yeah. Too much, Daddy. And this possum comes and goes from our house. So doesn't his sister. We have 2 out of the 5 left. The siblings had bit the tail off of this one, the boy and his sister, and they have a more handicap than a normal possum. Yeah. He got a cockapoo in his fur, being outside. Yeah. But say hello, people, to my cute little possum. Look at the possum. He's very smart. Yes, he is. Yes, you are. You ready to go down? Hang on, possum. Hang on. He has a little problem with his tail, but he's still pretty good. Ready? I'm gonna let you go. He does have a handicap, but he still can hold on with his tail. He just likes being ornery. And that is my possum. My boy possum. Yeah, he gets along with the cats. He eats beside them and drinks beside them. And he's pretty good. They hunt down mice. They're more like a cat than a coon is. A coon can actually spread more diseases towards your animals, like your dogs and cats, than a possum can. And a possum eats ticks, which a lot of people don't understand are important. That's why you have a tick problem if you keep killing them. Possums do have an ugly face to some people, and they hiss, and it's scary. It makes you think they're going to hurt you. Cute, cuddly. They're the only ones that are like a kangaroo. They have a pouch. Come on, like that's cute. And we've got them trained to the litter box. They also go outside to go potty too, so it's not a big problem for them to go potty. I did catch him one time hanging over our fiddler crab's fish tank because they smelled water and pooped inside the fiddler crab's tank. Quite funny, actually. Very, very funny. And there was a time when I was introducing him to our cats the first time. Of this big, fat, black and white cat. Her name's Draco. I'll have to take a picture of him and edit it in somehow. Well, anyway, so she is meeting the possum for the first time. And the possum smells her a little. She smells the possum. She's like, okay, I'm just going to leave you alone. You smell like mom, so I'm just not going to touch you. And the possum starts sniffing her, because my mom always said, possum's going to eat the butthole out of anything, dead or alive. And so it goes and sniffs by her butt, but then it's like, I don't want her butt. And then it sniffs by her feet, and it's like, ooh, feet with gristle. It takes a little nibble. He goes, and my cat goes and just smacks it on the head, real quick. I didn't even have to do anything. And he's like, wait, I just got smacked by the cat. And then he comes back over towards me and starts smelling me, and he's like, kind of like on my arm, and then he sees the cat still laying there. She hasn't moved at this point. She goes, rolls back over, and falls back to sleep. The possum goes and it's over there again, smelling her feet again, and it was so hilarious because he tries again. I just wish I could have caught it on video for you guys. It was comical. It's 1:13 in the morning, that's why I'm rubbing my eyes. But anyway, it was hilarious. He goes and he bites at her feet again. She goes, she double tapes it, smacks him twice, And he's like, she smacked me again. And I'm like, Draco's teaching you, don't bite her feet. She'll get you. And since then, they haven't gone by or bitten at her feet since then, because she'll tell them, she'll put them in their place. It really is quite funny. I don't have a lot of animals. A lot of people say, if your animals outweigh you, the people in the home, that you have too many. Well, that's not true. The possums, I was really worried they were going to die. I did research, but it doesn't really tell you their diet. Well, when I first got the possum, it was about, pretty good size. It was got a normal wooden pencil. About like that, pretty good size. Yeah, just a normal number 2 pencil. I don't know if you can see it. You probably can't very good. It's kind of glowy in here. When I found him, I was like, actually, the first thing I told my mom, it was funny. She's driving. Aunt Kathy, my Aunt Kathy's in the front seat. My mother's in the driver's seat. My daughter's beside me. My son's in the back seat in his car seat. And I'm in the back seat, and I have braces because of my CMT. It's hard to get in and out, okay? This is just me. And I'm like looking, and I see this thing with a gray patch on the side of it, and I'm like, oh, F it. Mom, stop now. There's babies back there. Get back there. There's babies. Come on, Mom, go. I freak my mom out. She stops in the middle of the road. Sometimes I think she can't drive, but that's just me, Anyway, so she stops in the middle of the freaking road. And I'm like, Mom, go back now. I'm 28 years old. I should be the one driving, right? Well, I've had car trouble, so you let it slide for me. Anyway, she stops dead in the middle of the road. I'm like, you ain't going to go back. I'm going to get out of this van and go to it. I said, there's babies back there. I see little gray things scattered across the road. I want to make sure they're okay. Well, what's alive, what's dead, Anyway, so she backs up. We're in the middle of the road. Luckily, she parks in front of the dead carcass of the mother. And I see there was 8 babies in all. And out of 8, there were five that made it. I'll try to incorporate a picture of them, somewhere. I'm ripping basically these babies out of this possum that's all bloody and ripped open from someone hitting it. Early in the morning, mind you. Early. So it hadn't stunk too bad, okay? Just It's getting there. Like just a little longer than it probably would have. Anyway, God rest its soul. There was one on the outside that was just about that big. And it was one of the oldest ones. They're like, usually when a possum gets hit, the older ones run off and they live or they die. It's just their nature. They didn't run. They stayed there. They stayed on their mom. You know, they didn't want to leave their mother. There was 4 in the pouch of her stomach. They wanted their mom. Some person went and killed their mother. I'm getting all a little teary-eyed here, sorry. Anyway, it just kind of hurts me because, yeah, they're not human. They're an animal, of course, but if somebody went and hit my mom and I was just basically a kid, what would we do? I mean, that's just a question to any of you out there. Anyway, sorry, I get a little agitated because that does hurt my heart. I mean, it should hurt a lot of people's hearts. Yeah, a possum's not the prettiest thing to look at, but a baby's a baby, no matter who the hell you are. And that's the truth. I mean, yeah, I'm not a fan of a coon, but if it came down to it, a baby needed help, I'd try and help it. Anyway, there was 4 inside of her. The only way I knew that was I grabbed the baby that was on the outside. He's kind of hissing, you know. He didn't smile. He was, and I was like, oh my goodness. And so I go, I pick him up. He's so scared. So scared. Clings into my hair. I've got really long hair, as you can see. Really long. And he wraps his body right in my hair. He's so scared. And he felt safe enough that my hair was his thing. I was like, oh crap. I don't want him hurt. I don't want to hurt him. And I want to make sure they're doing okay, you know? So I go and I'm like, hey, Kathy, come on, give me a towel. Mom, give me a towel, something now. So we got to get this, make sure they're okay. They're babies. They're babies. And I get him all worked out of my hair because, I mean, he's just latched in there. So I worked him out of my hair. It was funny. It took me a little bit. And so I give him to Aunt Kathy. She wraps him in a towel. My daughter, she's all, Mom, it's a possum. I'm like, yeah. We're going to save it. And so I flip over to the mom, you know, I gently flip her over just in case if she might still be. But there was nothing. The 3 that were on the outside, that was beside them, they were flattened. Like somebody hit the mom and then ran over the babies as they tried to run away. But so I gently flip her over, and I'm not familiar with the possum from iota, and I open these flaps kind of on the stomach, the pouch. I didn't know they were called pouch. I was like, oh my god, is she like a cat and have these babies inside of her that somebody just ripped out of her? I mean, I was like, oh my god. So I go and I grab a tail, bring it to my Aunt Kathy, and they're all covered with drenched in blood. And so that's why it made me think of small kittens, how small they were. So I give them to my Aunt Kathy. Pick up another tail, Give it to my Aunt Kathy. I'm gonna pick up another tail and give it to my Aunt Kathy. I'm like, is there any more in there? Luckily, I went back to make sure there was no more in there. There was one more. And I pick it up and I'm like, all right, Aunt Kathy, we got a lot of these. All right, we gotta figure out what we're gonna do. We're gonna have to figure out something. And she's like, I have no clue how to take care of possums. I'm like, neither do I, so let's do it. My mom gets dropped off work. I take her van home. I go, I get cow's milk. I get him home, I get him in a bath, a nice warm, rag. I take a nice warm rag, like if you would a kitten who's lost their mother because of the sensation of the licking. And I have it nice and warm Dawn dish soap, and I wipe all around each side of the possum, clean its bottom, all of it. Possums were clinging to everything. There was just, their hands were just like, oh, don't you dare, you're torturing me. You look like little drowned rats. And I was like, oh my god, I have no idea what the hell I'm doing. My husband, oh my gosh, he's like, you just had to bring me home a possum, didn't you, Ashley? And I'm like, maybe. And he's all like, yeah, I figured as much. I figured you'd do this to me. Yeah, I do strange things. Anyway, long story short, my husband and everything, he wraps them in a towel, and I'm like, they need to stay warm. They were used to their mom's pouch. I've got to find some way to warm them up, and we still have to go to your mom's today, and she lives, far off, and I have no idea what to do with them. We can put them in a box, but that doesn't keep them warm. I need something to heat them up. He's like, get them here. I'm like, what? He goes, get them here. He wraps them in a towel, this big old ball towel. It's all balled up. It's balled up in a big old circle. He sticks it under his shirt. He goes, okay, now they're fine. I said, really? They're fine now. Hmm? He goes, yeah, they're fine now. I said, okay, let's go to your mom's. So we go to his mom's, and we take a box with us. Make sure to have a box with us. It's a nice hot day. Mind you, it's a hot. It's like one of them, oh my god, I'm dying of a heat stroke hot. So we get to his mom's, puts possums in a box. His mom's like, what's in the box? Mike starts laughing. Possums. His mom's like, are you fucking kidding me? Possums. Yep, they're possums. She sees all 5 of them looking at her. She's like, okay. She wears one of them smiles of, I don't really know what the fuck I'm supposed to think. But I'm just going to smile it away. She was just, the look on her face. If I could have gotten a picture, it would have been priceless. Her mom and dad don't like animals in the house that she's renting off of them. And they never said anything about possums. So we were good. It was in the rules, Nobody broke any of the rules. My mother-in-law probably was like, Ashley, you're in her head. And I'm like, yeah, I probably am. Anyway, she gave me the eyedropper that fed the possums. So, yeah. Oh my gosh. It was a very entertaining. I mean, the beginning was very sad with the possums. What happened with them? And I'm happy because the possums have grown. Slowly, we have released the possums off on their own. Like, I had 5. Now I have 2. Anymore, the possums are kind of just like in and out. They go in their little hole and they go down and out. And then they come back in when they want to. Usually it's at night. Last night we took one out and let them next to the cornfield, and they're just fast as they could. Showed up again. Anyway, the other 3, they got set further away from the house because they were more wild. So there we got. We're stuck with 2, a girl and a boy, and yeah, there. It's very comical because they hunt mice, all right? Which, when you live next to a cornfield, I don't care who you are, it's awesome to have mice being caught. I'm just gonna say that out loud. But yeah, I'm glad that they have survived so far. I don't know about the brothers and sisters. You know, I didn't know what those 3 were because I prefer to try not to get attached. And then what happened with these 2 was their brother and sister, or brothers or sisters, bit their tails, clean off, chewed the hell out of them. They were jumping out of the box, trying to get out, away from them, from where they were eating them. And it was like, okay, you know what, honey, you need to go take them out, set them out. We live right next to a creek, out past the cornfield. Set them out there. I know they'll survive just fine, especially if they want to eat their brother and sister. You know what? Yeah, they're fine. These 2, they go in and out, and I've got this one vicious cat that's my mom's. Black and white cat, okay? And, well, he's kind of like proxy mine because I bailed his butt out of cat jail for $50 ticket. I mean, yeah, that was an interesting story. I'll tell you guys it later. Anyway, so this cat likes to hunt mice, ferrets, rabbits, birds, you name it. This cat's a vicious snake eater, all of it. And they do just fine. They stay around the trailer. They go out in the cornfield. I mean, that's basically all they do. They do their thing. The kids play with them. They don't bite the kids. Actually, they did have a problem at first nibbling on your fingers. Because they were like, oh, well, hey, you got a finger. I want to try and see what that is. You know, and it's like, no, no, I ain't doing it. You're not biting. They're good now. So, we just let them be happy. Let them eat, let them drink, we let them go outside. They do their own thing. And they go to the litter box, so I cannot complain. I have 2 litter boxes now. One for the cats. And the only reason is because the possums refuse to go to it once the cat goes in it, which I don't understand that. But I just don't understand it. I don't. I really don't understand it. But yeah. But that's the end of my possum story.